Welcome to BEMP, Black Heritage Enterprise Marketplace Corporation, an e-commerce enterprise platform created for Black business owners and empowered buyers across the globe. We are the platform that empowered buyers frequent most, the enterprise that our employees love working for, the parent company of BEMCO, Black Entrepreneurs Marketplace, a Black-owned e-commerce Black business membership marketplace, and a marketing and advertising platform for Black business owners. We provide a variety of features such as a Black business directory for both state and national searches and targeted product and service searches. Black business owners, advertise and market your brand to the most important consumers on earth with BEMP. Black business owners, join BEMP today. BEMP Corporation.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second segment of T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays. I hope that you all enjoyed our last segment. It was awesome, and we had a great time learning a lot of awesome and wonderful information from Attorney Carmika Rubin of St. Petersburg, Florida. Tonight, we have a great lineup for you guys. Listen, we are going to, first of all, let me say, my name is LaShawn Rush. I am the president and CEO of Black Heritage Enterprise Marketplace, also known as BEMP Corporation. And I'm also your host for your T-Shirts and Tea Live segment, y'all, okay? So now let's talk about the lineup that we have. Before we get to the lineup, did you guys hear that great voice that was on the great voiceover that was on that commercial? Yeah. Okay. So I want to promote Miss Monique P. She is the one who did, I call her my voiceologist, guys. She is my voiceologist. She did such a phenomenal job recording the voiceover for my commercial. So if you guys, business owners, Black business owners, if you are looking for someone to do your voiceover for your commercial, Monique P of Voiceover Services LLC is the person for you. You can reach Monique P on her Facebook page at Monique P Voiceover, or on her Instagram page at Monique P _VO as in voice. You can also reach her on her website at www.moniquepvoiceover.com. That's www.moniquepvoiceover.com. And you are more than welcome to email Monique at MONNIEP, that's MONNIEP, the number 7 at gmail.com. That's MONNIEP 7 at gmail.com. All right, so guys, now that you have heard a little bit about the person or the individual who did our voiceover for us, now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty of it all, okay? So tonight we are going to be reviewing the wonderful, fabulous Miss Porsha Williams' bed sheet line called Pampered by Porsha. So guys, listen, I have been so excited about reviewing Porsha's products because I am one that stays gone like all day. Like my day, literally, I wake up in the morning, my feet hit the ground and I'm running. So when I get ready to go to bed at night, I'm exhausted, and my head usually, by the time my head hits the pillow, I am asleep, guys. I'm asleep, okay? And oftentimes I'm up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning working. So when I go to bed, I definitely want to make sure that I'm sleeping on some comfortable sheets. My husband and I usually we usually have really nice sheets. We didn't know what having a good thread count meant until the day we went to Sam's Club. We went to Sam's Club and they had a thread count they had a high, like I think it was like 1,500 thread counts or something like that. They were displaying these sheets or whatever, and we were like, child, sheets, that's just sheets. And we messed around and like touched them, and they might have even been 2,000 and something, guys. Don't get me the line on here, but anyway, the point is that when we purchased those sheets and we put them on our bed and we actually slept, it was like sleeping on a cloud of marshmallows. I'm not kidding. It was so awesome. So what I did, instead of, if you all saw our unboxing for Signature Blends by KF on last week, you noticed that we did like a pre-boxing prior to the show. We did like a video. We recorded our unboxing and we showed you guys us making the coffee or what have you. Well, tonight I decided that I would wait to do my unboxing of Pampered by Porsha with you guys. So what's going to happen is tonight I'm going to unbox the product that we purchased from her. And then what we're going to do is record after we put the sheets on, and I actually have had a chance to get a good night's sleep on these sheets. I am going to then do a maybe not a live review, but maybe a recorded review of what my experience was sleeping on these sheets. So y'all be looking out for the follow-up video to this, okay? So here we go. We're getting ready to get started. I'm getting ready to open this up. And just to let you guys know that when I ordered these, I think I ordered them on like maybe a Sunday night or something. And it only took like, I want to say like maybe 3 or 4 days for me to get them. So the turnaround time and the shipping time was awesome. I did not have to pay for shipping. My shipping was completely free, which is always a perk. So here we go, guys. We are unboxing or unpackaging the Pampered by Porsha sheet set. Okay, guys, this is it. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love this. Her logo and her packaging, very nice, very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh look, it has a little tassel on it. That's cute. Portia's extra, like me. I'm extra too, y'all. And very girly and fancy. So this is very nice. Okay, so now let's see. Let me open this up. Oh, it's sturdy too. It's got like, I don't know if you guys have ever purchased like sheet sets or bedding from like a retailer. Usually they're pretty flimsy. Okay, so this is made, which got the wire going around the outsides of the packaging. So that should help in preventing like puncture. And then on the back, it has her size chart. I don't know if you guys can see that. It has her size chart, and it also has like a little section over here for you to on how to observe, to tell you how to take care of your sheets, right? And then on the description it says wrinkle resistant. That is a plus. Super soft, variety, deep pockets. I love it, and it's 1,800. It's a 1,800 thread count. Oh, wow. I like. Okay, Miss Porsha. Okay, so let's see. I'm excited. And just to let you guys know, I have a set of red sheets already with a high thread count. Now, I want to say, like I said, I don't know if they're like 1,500 or what, but I know that we got them at Sam's Club. So let's see what is included here. In this, I think she says that her bed sheets, her sheet sets are, they include the flat sheet, the okay, so here's the flat sheet. Yeah, I can already tell these feel nice. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay, so this is the fitted sheet. This would be the sheet that actually goes on the mattress. And this is the flat sheet that would actually be the one that you actually cover up with. So yeah, they feel really good. I'm not going to rub it on my face because I have makeup on. Thanks, courtesy of my daughter, Tyra Rush. She gives me the beat down every time, y'all, and it always looks good. Okay, so yes, these sheets feel really, really nice. Okay, so, and then it comes with 2 pillowcases. Comes with 2 pillowcases. Yeah. Oh yeah, these feel nice. So it looks like, I'm looking at the stitching on it. It's very good stitching. So far, so good. Everything looks pretty sturdy. Okay. And these are the king size pillowcases. So we have a king size bed and we have huge pillows on our bed. So, okay, so that is Porsha Williams' sheet set. So now I want to just give you guys a little bit of background about her, her page. You can find Porsha's products. You can find Porsha's products at Pampered by Porsha, pamperedbyporsha.com on her website, also on her Facebook, Pampered by Porsha, as well as on her Instagram page. And just to give you guys a little bit of background about like her products and what her backstory, her about, you guys can find the same information on her website. What Porsha says to us is, I feel so blessed to offer you my Pampered by Porsha sheets. I started this collection because I know the importance of a good night's sleep. With life presenting new, exciting challenges every day, I want one of the constants in our life to be how well we sleep. Whether you're working hard or all day or focusing on being the best parent you can be, or both, finally laying down on your bed is one of the best feelings in the world. She ain't lying. She ain't lying. Yeah. With all the love and support you give me every day, I want to make sure that that feeling is the best that it can be for all of you. Pampered by Porsha sheets are available in 14 amazing colors and a wide selection of sizes. They're everything I want in a bed sheet: affordable, long-lasting, easily washable, wrinkle and stain resistant, breathable, and most importantly, soft with that luxurious feel. Each four-piece set includes a flat and fitted sheet, 2 pillowcases, and of course, I got you with the free shipping. It is time to pamper yourself. So guys, that was Porsha Williams. That was Porsha Williams, Pampered by Porsha. And so far, I like the way that the sheets feel. I will definitely be letting you guys know how I like the way that they sleep. That's going to be important. Like once I get in bed at night, I need to know that they're going to be like hugging me and just, yes, cozy. Again, so you guys, let's move on. I want to begin to talk to you about our guest list today. Our guests today, our guests are expert advisor and Black business owner, Attorney Attorney Nix of the law offices of L.R. Nix LLC, based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And our featured spotlight Black business owner this evening is none other than Jalen Rush, owner of Rush Fortune Bakery. So I'm still waiting for Attorney Nix to come into the broadcast. So as we go on, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the other things that I wanted to discuss today. One, the T-shirt of the day. Yes. The T-shirt of the day, guys. Y'all got to see this T-shirt. The T-shirt of the day is Melanin. Y'all see her? Isn't she cute in that shirt? This is such a cute T-shirt. I found this T-shirt on Amazon. And of course, the whole idea here is to buy Black and to support Black business. The business owner or the company that created this shirt is called Your Tops. Your Tops can be found, as I said, on Amazon.com. And there are like a ton of other Black business owners who make T-shirts as well, along with Girl Gift Tees. Y'all got to check her out. She is the one that designed my T-shirts and tee Tuesdays T-shirt. So as I stated before, I'm waiting on Attorney LaRonda Nix to enter into the room. Fabulous Attorney LaRonda Nix. And let me just tell you guys a little bit about Attorney Nix, okay? She goes by Attorney L. Renee Nix. Okay, so I'm going to just read a little bit about her. At the at the law firm of L.R. Nix LLC, our approach is as unorthodox as it is effective. We embrace the courtroom, boardroom, and classroom because in today's complicated legal climate, litigation, counsel, and education need to be considered. Licensed to practice in all 159 counties in Georgia and the Northern District, Attorney LaRonda Nix offers her clientele a competitive blend of modern law solutions that are ideal for today and beyond. Would you all join me in welcoming to the platform the wonderful, marvelous Mrs. Attorney Nix. Hi.
Hello. It is
Hello.
so good to see you.
Thank you. I'm so glad to have you here with us. How are you today?
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us. Listen, we've known each other for a very long time.
Yes.
And I was one of the ones there to congratulate Attorney Nix on graduating law school.
Yeah.
She graduated law school, and this is just from a personal perspective. Miss Nix has children and a husband, okay?
Yes.
She's a married woman, okay? And she was a married woman with 3 children in law school. So I am so very proud of her accomplishments. She's a philanthropist. She is for her people and wanting to see us, succeed in business. So
right.
I would, yes, it is a wonderful opportunity to just have you on our platform. So I really thank you for coming, Attorney Nix. Can you just go ahead and just give us a little of your background?
Yes. Hey, so like Miss LaShawn said, my name is Attorney Nix, and I am the founder and managing partner of the law firm of L.R. Nix LLC. And I love my community. I love Black people. I'm so in love with you guys. I really am. So I did the non-traditional route, like LaShawn was saying, with achieving my dream of becoming an attorney. I worked in corporate America for 10 years in the insurance industry. And I just decided that number one, I was always insubordinate. And bosses, typically we are insubordinate. So if you get written up or you don't like how things are going at your job, that is a suggestion or indication that you need to be a boss. And
yes.
You need to have your own business. So
yes.
When I was in law school, I was thinking that I was going to work for somebody else. It was either going to be the prosecutor's office or the public defender's office. And that's not what God had for me. And my purpose is helping my community. And I do that in the areas of, first of all, business law, employment law, which is a very sound overlap with those two specific practices of law, criminal law and personal injury and premises liability. So I am happy to be here. I'm also half of Brandhood Legal. We have a podcast as well. And so yes, with my 5 children
now. She has graduated, y'all. Yes. She like me, 5 babies.
We're talking about 2015. So it's been about 5 years now, but I want to grow with my client, and I don't mind that. So
good. And I'm so glad to have you here, because when I tell you that this attorney right here, she is on her grind. Okay, she's about her business, and very knowledgeable in each industry that her firm features. or represents. And so one of the things that when we were discussing and kind of dialoguing together, we were trying to figure out, okay, so what perspective do we want to come from today?
Yes.
What topics do we want to cover? I know that attorney Carmika Rubin covered some of the do's and don'ts in business, and how we incorporate and the necessity of when to incorporate. She talked about some of the, the liability and the importance of having insurance. Today, we're coming at you kind of from a different layer of that. Okay.
Right.
So when yes, it's kind of like one of those things where we're kind of getting into the more of the liability and trying to limit that. Right.
Limit your exposure to risk. Yes.
Exactly. Thank you. See, that's what that's the importance of having an attorney, right? She knows all of the legal, jargon that's spoken in that industry. So two of the things that I think I wanted her to speak on today was about licensing and permits.
Yes. And I really think, LaShawn, this is a good segue. And piggybacking off of what Attorney Rubin was talking about, as far as the foundational elements go and what is needed to, be legal. When you're talking about your licenses and your permits, especially with the license, I think that that's something that we can expound on, because there are some things that business owners do need to know, right? In order to keep their risk down. We don't want liability, what I call them lawsuit problems, because those are expensive problems. So therefore, do you want to ask, or do you want me to just talk? Because I can talk.
You can go ahead. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Yeah. How about we set it on what? No, we gotta set this bad boy. So I don't overtalk.
No, it's okay. Listen, we want your information, and this is why we really created this platform for business owners or anyone who's thinking about going into business. It really gives them a catalyst upon which to launch their business, or it gives them a measuring stick for which to measure how well their business is established, and maybe some areas that they might have to go back and tweak and change a little bit and correct. So yes, you have the floor.
Okay. So as far as a license, and again, this is just piggybacking off of last week, that is something that every state does require. Okay. That's number one. Now you would want to, what I would suggest is, after you have your EIN, you make sure that your name is legal. There's no issues there. And you register with your state. The next thing that you want to do is to obtain your business license, because it is required in each state. Now, certain states, they have different, I don't want to say different websites, but for example, in the state of Georgia, the Secretary of State governs, business activities, licenses, and things of that sort. What I would advise for the people out there to do is to sort of just Google, really, obtain a business license in your state, and it will direct you to the appropriate website. You have sometimes where, depending on where you live or where the business resides, you may have the county that's responsible for issuing licenses. You may have the city that's responsible. Where I came from in Albany, it was the city of Albany who was required to issue out those licenses. So, you want to just check and make sure. And again, if you are confused, or, you just reach out to an attorney to assist you with those steps.
Okay. Awesome. So, Attorney Nix, we understand that in some cases you're required to have a business license and a permit. Can you go into the way that we can differentiate a business license from an actual permit? Like, is there a difference?
Yeah, there is actually a difference. First of all, with talking about a business license, and this is my definition, is the legal paperwork or the certification that you need to legally operate your business. Okay. So like I was saying, everyone needs a business license. However, a permit, it depends on what particular industry that you are in to determine whether or not you need a permit. So you may need a license but you may not need a permit. You may need both. For example, if you are, let's say, a small business and you're a contractor, or you do, construction, not only are you going to need a license to show that, hey, I am able to operate legally in the state, but you will need a permit as well. For, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure. You will also need a permit as well, for that particular work site. So depending on what industry it is that you are in will determine whether or not you need a license versus a permit. And so it's not a blanket, application there.
Okay, I definitely hear you on that. So basically, a permit could be industry specific, and there's no real, guarantee that you're going to need a permit. The license is like the paperwork that gives you the legal right to operate in the industry that you've chosen.
Right, and correct. And then I wanted to let you know as well is that even if you have, like, let's say a home-based business,
Mm-hmm.
you still are required for a license, but you are still required to be licensed. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So see, that's
yes.
something that is really important.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. You don't want no problems. You don't want litigation problems. You don't want citation problems from your county or the municipality. I mean, even think about what we were with Attorney Rubin was talking about yesterday, the mom and pop format, where growing up, we may have people who serve food out of their homes or whatever have you. Those are I'm not knocking the fact that, hey, we as Black people have had to be creative in order to provide, finances and to back our family, to support our family. However, that does not necessarily mean that we have always done things properly.
Correct.
So if the code department came and, knocked on your home, you can be in trouble for selling food and things out of your home. Even little things like ices, you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? We used to do the ices and things growing up, and the ice cream and the chips. And you have to be careful because if somebody is injured on your property and you are in the course of doing business or business transaction, you're opening yourself up to liability.
Wow. And it's so interesting now, in terms of how we're so informational now, the use of technology has really put everything at our fingertips. Because my grandmother was the flip lady in the community, in the neighborhood. So, we had the freezy cups. Some people call them the freezy cups. Some people call them the juleps. Some people call
my husband say he from St. Pete too. He said y'all had a it was a particular name that y'all had too. I can't remember the name of it. Not snow cones. It was something he said, but yes, it was really good. But it was a specific name and I can't remember.
We had the flips. We had the flips. We would get those flips and it's like really frozen juice. But she would sell like chips and cookies and all kinds of homemade stuff, and it, while like you said, it's one thing when you don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. Like, we just do what we got to do. Back then, that was just the way it was. But now it's so different. When you have knowledge of the fact that if I do this, whatever amount of money that I made, the consequence for doing it improperly and the financial toll that it could take on my business is even greater. In a lot of instances, and that would just be a tragedy. But I know that a lot of us do those things, like in terms of cooking and stuff. So I know that in Florida here, your bakers, if you apply to the county or the city that you live in, can bake from their home.
Okay.
I can't remember what they call it. It's some type of license that they permit you, where they permit you to bake. Like if you're cooking food, you have to be in a licensed, and inspected,
facility
to do that. Yeah.
Right. And that's why different states have different regulations. So you want to really, check your particular state, county, or
Right.
municipality. But even
Mhm.
piggybacking off of what you were saying, when you do, like, let's say you want to, on Sunday, we have our Sunday dinners or something, you may be fundraising and things of
Right.
that sort, or you have different events that are going to last for a specified amount of time. When you were talking about the permits, you may want to check to see whether or not a permit is needed, for that particular event. Permits are typically going to apply for things that are not ongoing, where it's not like, it's a steady operable business, right?
Right.
But you may have a fair, or you may have a jump house or something for the kids, or you may be doing something that's charity based.
Wow.
And 9 times out of 10, you need to go down to, your county and ask them for a permit for that particular
wow
event. Yes.
See, those are the things that we really just don't think about doing. It's just like, hey, I have an idea, let's do it. Yeah. And then if somebody's hurt, then you have, in the process of having this activity or event, it could cause just so many legal issues. Right. So that's why I really appreciate you coming in and joining the platform, because this does give a lot of great information, a lot of great insight to business owners, and not even just business owners, but just, empowered buyers, just, a person who doesn't want to be in business, but like, hey, I go to church, or I'm a part of a social group, and we have activities and events. Yes, so just giving that information alone, that's pretty, wow. We definitely don't think about that kind of stuff. Okay, and so let's talk about some of the key things that Black business owners should know about business license and the necessity of having them before providing services to the public.
Yes. So I did sort of talk about a little bit, but you just want to make sure that you do your research, because of the fact that, again, if you do not, if you're not operating the way that your state requires you to operate, that is specific to your industry, again, you're just opening yourself to liability. Also, something else that does sort of go hand in hand, I think Attorney Rubin covered it a little bit yesterday, but as far as insurance as well, you want to make sure that you also have insurance, whether it be malpractice insurance, some type of a commercial policy that is in place to protect you and the business related activities that your organization is engaged in. So I think that sort of goes hand in hand with licenses as well. Because keep in mind, and this is my personal injury hat and my premises liability hat that I'm putting on.
Go on and put it on.
When you have a business, you're opening your business, your establishment to the public. Right? So you have a certain duty that is owed to that particular person who comes into your establishment. So even if you're having a function at your house, believe it or not, let's say you have a ladies' Bible study on Tuesday, or you have, and it's reoccurring. This is not just a one type thing. Right. You're doing some type of events at your home, and you open up your home, for that, particular reason on an ongoing basis. Again, you may want to check with your insurance company to see if that activity is covered under your insurance policy.
What? That is good info. Yeah. That's good info. Because you know how many times, when we were in Hernando County, how many events we would have at our house, like just, gobbles and gobbles of people coming over, crabs and all
that's fine, but you want to make sure your insurance policy is good. You good. But when you have something that like is a reoccurring event where it's expected to last for a period of time, 2-3 months or whatever have you.
Okay, so it's good. Okay.
That's when you need to sort of
checking. Okay.
Do I need, what is it that I need in order to make sure that this is covered in case someone is injured?
Okay, that's
Very
definitely important. And I'm thinking too, like even when you talk about people who live like might not necessarily own their own home, but they're renting, it might be an apartment or a townhome or whatever the case may be, or you're renting someone else's house. I'm just thinking about that because a lot of times, as business owners, the way that we see things a lot different than maybe a renter who might not have ever owned a
That
home
is
might see
true.
it.
That is true. That is true. That is true. Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to make sure too. I know there are certain endorsements that you can get, and again, this is insurance hat coming on now.
Right.
um, there's certain endorsements that you can add on to your policy.
Mm-hmm.
Typically with renters insurance, I'm not really sure if they would have a specific endorsement that you can add on to your policy if you do
Okay.
have those different types of activities going on in your home. You may have to purchase a standalone policy, but yes,
Oh, okay.
you're really right with people who are renting
Mm-hmm.
homes and have renters insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And you may want to check just to make sure because you don't want those lawsuit problems.
Oh my gosh. And
No,
it's
ma'am.
like I said, in today's, I mean, it used to be a time when you really didn't have to worry about so much
But
things like that back in the day. But
nowadays,
now it's like,
people are
you better protect
litigation
yourself.
hungry. They are filing lawsuits. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you just have to be really careful because the nature of how business is conducted and transacted today is so
Mm-hmm.
much different than even,
It's so
10,
different.
15, 20 years ago. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
absolutely right.
Yeah, and so just kind of like to just you know piggyback off of that, I have been a part of groups, or I've been in communications with people, and you have an idea to start a business, and it's like, okay, well, let's just jump out there and do it, and you not really think about like all of the background, all of the other preliminary steps that you need to take before you can actually launch the business. And I think you and I we had an extensive conversation
Yes.
about that, where there's some things that I had to backpedal on because I'm like, hold up.
Yeah, you want to make sure it's right. Yes,
Yeah, I want to make sure it's right.
Yes.
And then some people, I think when you go like if you're educated or if you read up on things and okay, that there is a certain way that things are supposed to be done, and maybe you're dealing with someone who just is experienced and as a business owner, they just know like, hey, this is where I started out. I didn't have any insurance. I didn't have none of that. I just started out and and I was great and I did fine. And I added those things later. When though, it's like, I don't, and that's.
I know. Listen, LaShawn, you are so right. I think that with us as a people, as a community, we don't want to look at certain things as barriers to starting our own, right? We've always had to learn how to know how to be creative and to be able to support our families with our gifts and talents and things of that sort.
Right.
So you're exactly right. One might not have insurance. One might not have the business license. One might not have all of the requisites needed to where, your risks are not as high and you're not exposed, in your business.
Right.
But I would just say, just do the research and understand that, okay, yes, I am going to need this. I'm going to make sure that you do research so at least you know what you need.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't just be doing stuff and I think this or I think that. No, because you're exposing yourself. I would say make sure as you do your due diligence, at least know what it is that you need and have a plan of action. To be able to start on getting what you need, even if it's a little bit at a time. If finances are a barrier, if whatever, don't allow the barrier to stop you. Do a little at a time. You know what I'm saying? Do a little at a time. If you can, the EIN, first of all, you applying for your EIN is free. You know what I'm saying? So you can do that for free. But if you can't afford to pay the $100 and something or $200 it is to get registered in your state, at least know what that is and be doing what you have to do in order to obtain that. So break it down into steps.
I love it. I love that. Solutions oriented. And
Yes.
believe it, as Black people, we are definitely that. We are resourceful and we can find
Yes.
solutions.
Yes.
Sometimes our barrier is just not knowing. So I think that was
Right.
really good that you gave the insight of, hey, at least know what it's going to take for you to
Yes.
start. So that way
Yes.
you can begin to, okay, this is the problem. Now I'm going to implement this as my solution.
That's right.
So
There you
I
go.
love that. I love that. I love that. And
Yes.
sometimes it takes a little bit longer, and that's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. You know what? Slow growth. I love it. Like I'm like I'm not patient. I've had to learn how to be patient, right?
Yes.
Because I expect, oh, I'm gonna do this and this is gonna skyrocket.
Right.
No, it's fine. Even if however long it takes, as long as that's what it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're
Yes. Yes.
pushing
Yes.
towards that and you're persistent. So, don't let that be a barrier. Don't let that be a barrier because look, you'll be on that corporate plantation, on that job saying, I wish I should have.
Yes. And how long it's going to take you to get that promotion or raise? For a lot of us, that work in the corporate America, we can be busting our bags and doing great work and earning all kinds of millions and millions of dollars for our bosses. And they bring in Becky and Becky gets the promotion that we were going for.
Let's not even talk about what goes on in corporate America when you talk about microaggressions. And, I've heard stories with clients because employment litigation law.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're discriminating against me. They said that my hair was, not good enough.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Listen, this is the reason why I think that every Black person needs to be a business owner. Though I know that's my dream. Don't allow them to determine your value.
Exactly.
Right? If you have a skill, if you have knowledge, if you have a talent, start. You're able to create a vision and a legacy for your family. Start. Don't be scared.
Exactly.
Don't be scared.
Exactly. And that's crazy too, because like what you're saying right now, I have a lot of people that say to me, oh, I'm not, I would just rather just go to work every day and come home and leave my job at where it's at until I go back to work the next day. I don't want to have to worry about numbers. I don't want to have to worry about, hiring people. I don't want to have to worry about, but as Black people, we came from having to have our own. That we had to build. This is the foundation that this country is built on, is the tenacity and the skill sets that have helped to be the launching pad for this country to be what it is today. I really encourage Black. Listen, if it's something that you love doing, you're not going to mind doing it.
Right.
It's not going to feel like work. It's not going to feel like a task because it's something that you enjoy. So if it's something that you enjoy, make that money. Get them coins, okay? So that you can leave. So that you can leave behind an inheritance for you, like you said, and a legacy for your family.
Yes. It's hard work now. I think that like you were saying, with our history, with even being brought over from Africa, we were brought here to work. We were brought here to build the wealth of non-Black people. Right? So a lot of times it's a conditioning of our minds to where it's like, oh, I can't do this, or it's not comfortable, or it's going to be hard.
Right.
But we're also survivors. We're also, people who are able to persist and push through despite the odds being stacked against us. So
exactly,
listen, with platforms like this that you're providing, get together, you get, the information that you need. Let's network within our communities and do this.
Exactly.
Yes. Don't be scared.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
and that is yes. Oh, but that's what I want. Right. That's what we need as a people is to have some people that can come together and encourage and be the cheerleaders and be the one that kind of edifies our people to say, listen, despite your religious differences, despite all of the little small, minute, we got to operate on code like every other ethnicity of people. They operate on code. We have to have our code in which we operate on. You know what I'm saying? And so this is one of the reasons why I created this platform, because I wanted to bring other people on of like minds, like you and Attorney Rubin, and understand, like, listen, people, we have to, this generational gap, this wealth gap, It's
Yes.
nothing to
Oh my
play with.
goodness. At
It's
all.
nothing to play with. Like if
At
we're here
all.
for another 10 years, we will be a permanent underclass.
Underclass. Yes.
You know, I was just
Yes.
looking at statistics today, and it's like out of 53.8, I want to say trillion dollars, we only make like 1.34 million of that as a
Yes.
billion of that. Black
Yes.
business owners, every other
Yes.
culture and every other nation of people are doing it greater and bigger than we are.
Yep. And then even look at the wealth of, what the average white family is valued at versus what it is that we are valued at.
I want to say, oh yeah, I saw that. It was like $80-something thousand for the white family, and then the black $4,000 a month.
Yep.
And that's on the high end.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Antonio Moore? He's the one that introduced me to that. And I think that was sort of life-changing for me when I saw those numbers.
Man, you see those numbers and it makes you sick to your stomach. Just like, are you still like, we living in this la land bubble?
Yeah.
Most of us, because we were not really, and when they have like YouTube channels and vloggers that are in on this and they're trying to bring the people in, it's like we would rather be entertained with Housewives of Atlanta and Housewives of Potomac.
Outside of the frame of the camera, girl. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We rather look at what's going on with Cardi B and Jeezy and whoever else versus.
I'm gonna be the first person to say it here. WAP is not getting it, honey.
Exactly.
I don't know if you heard that song that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
I heard about it.
We need to use our minds. You don't have to, use your body. Use your minds, use your skill, use the talents that God has given you. And that does not have to be especially with us Black women, with our bodies.
Exactly. We don't.
Okay.
We don't. I agree with you 100% because the intellect is so much more intense. And it's like, we have this error now where it's like, okay, I downplay my intellect because my body is what's getting me the attention. I'm going to edify and lift that up.
And the money.
Yeah.
And it's sad because it's us.
Mm-hmm.
It's us. And it's just so sad. It's like, girl, y'all need to just go on ahead and get you a skill degree, learn your trade, You know
what's so crazy is that a lot of them do. A lot of them already have the skill. They just haven't had anyone to sit there and say, this is your skill. You can take this
and then do and do that. Yep.
A, B, C, D, and bam, you're making more money, and you can do it on a cleaner platform.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like having those conversations are not necessarily what people want to hear, but our people need to hear because we've become so political. We're so what's politically correct. Oh, he said this and you hurt my feelings. Man, we're not made from that fabric. We are made from the fabric of slaves who were shipped across the ocean.
Thank you. Yes.
At the bottom of ships.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, beaten, bruised, not fed. Okay. This is the fabric that we come from.
That's right.
We come from ancestors who are strong mentally and physically.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
And when they put our people on those slave ships, the ships were slave ships, but you put doctors, architects, engineers, agriculturalists, come on now.
Yes.
Scientists, mathematicians. On those ships.
That's right.
So we're not slaves.
Take charge of our purpose because you were so right about that. That's our bloodline.
Exactly. Exactly. We got to remember that. We got to remember that. So I know this is like awesome. I think we probably need to do like a panel or something. Yes, we need to do a panel of women. Yes.
Looking what I feel like, and this is so aside from the legal stuff, Sean, we're gonna have to get back on. But look, I feel like, my voice and view is left out. I am a Black woman, I am a wife, and I support and love my husband, my Black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't, and it's today is I see, you know, during this political climate that we have going on, that is a tendency to pit the Black man against the Black woman.
Right, right.
And I don't feel that way, but I think a panel would be really good.
Right. I think a panel would be
future.
Yes, a panel would be awesome. It would be awesome because like we definitely need to have these conversations. These conversations need to be had. And they need to be raw. I mean, you know, we're not sugarcoating nothing, and we ain't putting, because the only way that we can really get to resolution and restoration as a people is to address the elephants in the room. It's not one elephant. It's many.
Nope, it's plenty in our community. I think that, you know, as black people, we do have, just like people would have generational curses, I do believe in that, you know, that is passed down, and there's healing. You're right, that needs to be had in our community, amongst ourselves, between our men, our women, with you know, women with men. And because we're in a time period like no other, and we do need to be mentally strong and equipped. I think that, you know, with even building Black businesses and business owners and families and things of that, so it goes hand in hand.
Yes, absolutely.
So yes, that's a part of being able to leave a legacy and a vision for your family, is to make sure that, hey, you know, you are doing well, and that you know what's going on. So yes, I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna get on that panel. We're gonna get that panel. Yeah, that was a pretty good venture off. But we're you know, as we get back on, I wanted to ask you what do you think business owners should know about employment laws, and why are they important? As one of our last, well,
employment law, you know, that is such a broad area, and determining on where you are in the process of starting your business or expanding your business depends on the information of the laws and things of that sort, or the advice that I give will be, you know, relevant to you. It really depends on what stage it is that you're in a business. For example, if you're someone who is just starting out, let's say, you know, you do hair, you do nails, or, you know, you watch children or whatever have you, and you're just doing it by yourself. The laws would be, or the advice that I give would be different to you than if there's someone who has employees, you know, or if there's somebody who, I don't know, what is something with it can just vary. So tell me specifically, because if you have employees, of course, I would say, you know, you want to make sure, you know, that you're, and this is coming from an employment law stance, you want to make sure that you are familiar with and you understand the rules and laws governing your industry. Okay. And you want to make sure that your employees know the same. Okay. You want to make sure that you have written rules in the workplace and things of that sort that are structured, that governs the relationship between the employer and the employee. What I found is typically when you have discrimination lawsuits that are presented before the EEOC, it's because of the fact that, you know, someone did not have a good piece of paper, you know, whether it be a handbook that explained the relationships and things of that sort, the do's and the do nots of the workplace, and they did something out of pocket, you know what I'm saying? And they got sued. But when it comes to, you know, someone where they're just starting out, I would say, again, it's just very industry specific, and you know what it is that you're doing. Do you have any specific questions or anything that?
Well, I know that a lot of times, you know, business owners are not really abreast to like HR, you know, the HR things. Like when you're interviewing, like what questions you can ask a potential employee. You know, how you interact with them, you know, like you said, policies and procedures, so that, you know, you're not doing one thing for Kim and you're not doing, you know what I'm saying, and then for, Shanice, you doing something completely different. And so now
Right.
Kim and Shanice talking, they realize that okay, every time I do something, she writing me up, but every time you do something, you not getting it right. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing.
Yes, you want to be very, very careful. If you are in that situation, to where you feel as if you are being discriminated against or you are being treated differently than your colleague. And again, what I see in corporate America, there is research that shows that we can be treated differently. Even our pay, and is different with men and women and things of that sort. I say really to have talks. If you notice that you're being treated differently, and let's say you're Black or whatever have you, and you have a couple of other Black people, y'all need to talk to see, hey, what's going on, because like you said, you may be written up, or, oh, well, you were tardy on such and such days, and they writing you up every time you tardy or every time you late or whatever have you. But then for non-Black people or another class of people that is a legally protected class, it might be different. They're not being, disciplined the same. And what happens is, if you file a lawsuit, you'll get to a point where you're going to have to, as an employer, substantiate the reason that you point to a non-discriminatory reason that you were treating this class of people differently than you did, the other class.
Yeah.
So, you just want to document as well. I would say, if you feel that you have been discriminated against, you have people sometimes who, they have folders, they have when they talk with who, and that's good. Because again, in order to prove, discrimination, or that an employer violated, a Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, you're going to need different things, but you definitely are going to need documentation. You don't want to just rely on, word
memory
or just memory and things of that sort. So you want to document. And on the employer side, again, you want to do the same thing. You want to make sure that your managers and things are trained. They're well versed on what, again, legally they're able to say, or how it is that they should be able to document what is it called, discipline, because that's where you get into a lot of trouble. And I'm sorry,
yeah, that's good. That's good. And I'm gonna let you go, because I know that we've been on here for a minute. But if you could say anything, what do you believe are the most important things that Black business owners should know when going into business? What do you believe are the three most important things?
Okay, first of all, I will say that it's not going to be easy, but hang in there. It is not going to be easy. You are doing something totally different than, working for, someone else. So you want to make sure that you stay persistent, and also that if you are struggling or you don't know certain information or steps that it is that it takes in order for you to run efficiently in your business, to just reach out to other people who are knowledgeable, which brings me to my second step: research. Know your industry, know your business. You want to know it like the back of your hand. Because of the fact that, again, you just want to know, you want to, first of all, be excellent at what it is that you do, and maintaining standards of, Black excellence and professionalism. You want to be able to research and be educated about your industry and where it is that you can go if you feel like you're not that confident in different information, especially with governing rules and laws and things that are specific to your industry. And the last thing, and I know I wrote this down, let me see, what else do I have for you? Know your industry and keep going on. I'll just say keep going on, LaShawn. I'm just going to give words of encouragement for us as business owners. Like I said, I'm 5 years in, and I hope that I'll be in another 30, 40 years. And I want the same for our community. So, just keep persistent. I know you were saying last week that it says that 40% of Black businesses are due to fail or, is going to fail. Despite those statistics and the noise that we hear in media about Black business, Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump's husband, just made a comment today stating that, well, Black people want to be successful. If they want to be successful, we have to basically do things that are successful. He said something that was just off, like
they so out of touch.
It is. They are. But we keep being persistent. Just ignore the noise, ignore the naysayers and the negativity, and just push forward.
Thank you so much, Attorney Nix.
Not
can
a
you
problem.
Please let the people know where they can contact you if they want to want you to represent them or help them establish their businesses or need an employee policies and procedures like a handbook?
Yes.
How can they reach you?
Well, I can be found. My web address is www.lrnix.com. You can call me at the office. My office number is 770-628-0330, extension 1. And I am on Instagram at Attorney Nix. I am also on Facebook and YouTube at Attorney Nix as well. And just be on the lookout as well for my series. I guess I'll go ahead and just put it out there. We're doing a campaign. You get an exclusive. We're doing a campaign of building Black business owners. And that is my goal, is that I want to create informed, educated, Black business owners. I want us to be able to be excellent. I don't want those complaints. Well, I went to that Black business and they just did a mediocre service and that's why I don't shop. No, I want us to operate in excellence and, be passionate about serving each other. So look out for the campaign. I'll be introducing different packages as well, depending on where you are in your area of business, whether it's starting up or emerging or, going public or whatever happens.
Right.
So we're going to look out for that. And and then my email address is Attorney Nix, ATTORNEY Nix, NICKS @lrnix.com.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. It was awesome talking with you. I know we could talk for hours about our community because we love the people this much.
Love them.
This platform, and it's awesome. Awesome. And I can't wait to see what the future beholds for Bent Honey.
Thank you so much, Attorney Nix. And I really appreciate you. I thank you for coming. Thank you for the kind words. It's very exciting being on this platform. And I really can't wait to see how, Bent blossoms and becomes, I see the vision. I know that it's going to manifest and it's going to do everything that I expect for it to do. And more. Exactly. And exactly with some sprinkles on top. But I really appreciate you guys. Please visit Attorney Nix website at lrnix.com, and there you can reach her. However, she has a contact us page, so you'll be able to contact her and reach out to her, especially if you're in the Georgia or Atlanta area. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Attorney Nix, and I'll be in touch with you soon.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye. Okay, so guys, we are getting ready for our next part of the show. We are getting ready to feature Black business owner Jalen Rush of Rush Fortune Bakery. He is here to present his product to you. So stay tuned, guys. Here we go. There is Black business owner Jalen Rush. Let me take the picture. Please scroll up.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jalen Rush, owner and executive pastry chef of Rush Fortune Bakery. First and foremost, I want to thank Bent for having me on this afternoon. This is a blessing, and I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I know I did. So first, what I'm here to do mainly is present my product. Number one, I want to present a couple of things that I have. And number two, I want to tell you about my business itself. First and foremost, we started in about 2017, and it started out as mainly just a cookie business, and that's what we are now. What we do is we sell organic cookie dough and cookies themselves, right? So what makes this particular baking special, as opposed to you may go to a store-bought bakery, or you may go to another local bakery? What makes exactly Rush Fortune Bakery different? And number one, we're completely organic. From the flour all the way down to the food coloring, everything and everything in between is absolutely organic. Number two, all the recipes are custom made. You will not find any of these recipes anywhere else with anybody else, right? All of these were professionally made just by me. Next, what we also do is everything is handmade. Everything is made directly by me, overseen by me, and all the packaging is also hand done. And next, there's a couple of some information that I want to give to those who may not have this particular information. Now, a lot of people may be like, well, I'm on a diet, or I don't like to have too much sugar. Well, the good thing about the way I bake and the way that I design these recipes is they have they're limited in two things that cause weight gain and storing of glucose, which is causes you to gain weight. So too much sugar, white sugar mainly, and brown sugar as well, can also have, it's a myth where people say that brown sugar is healthier than white sugar. That's not true, but both sugars tend to cause weight gain. The good thing about the cookies and the recipes that I use is that there's less sugar and there's also less flour. A lot of people don't know that by taking in lots of amounts of flour, it stores in your body as fat, especially when you're talking about processed flour, bleached flour. What it does is it gets into your system and it turns into like a glue inside of your intestines, which is not what you want. So the good thing about the way that we operate, there's no bleach, there's no GMOs. It's completely clean and good for the body. And it also it goes into your body clean, and it leaves your body clean as well. So it's not going to stick around in your stomach and feel heavy. So it's very diet friendly for those who want a diet friendly sweet and don't want to eat it and feel like you're cheating. And you also don't want to eat it and feel like you're eating something healthy. Some people like to eat things that taste unhealthy, and not having that is a problem for some people. So the good thing is that with the recipes that I created, there's the perfect balance. Now, for those who have certain lifestyles and different eating habits, for example, those who are vegan and those who are vegetarian, coming up in a couple of months, I have a completely vegan line that I'm going to be dropping. Yes, it's completely vegan, no eggs, no butter, no dairy. It is going to be completely vegan. That's going to be dropping in a couple of months. And all of the edible cookie doughs that we have, they come in a 6-ounce jar about this size. This is our most popular. This is Snickerdoodle. There's a Snickerdoodle 6-ounce jar of Snickerdoodle cookie dough. It contains only butter, no eggs, so it's a vegetarian cookie dough. Same thing with the sugar cookie here. This is actually the #1 most popular cookie dough as it sells. Snickerdoodle comes in second, and Red Velvet comes in third. But these two are our most popular. It's a 6-ounce jar, pretty dense. It comes in a 6-ounce jar, but it weighs in at about a pound. So it's pretty heavy. There's a lot in there, but you can eat it over time. You can store it in or out of the refrigerator, and in and out of the fridge. If you have it in the fridge, it's gonna last about a month. Outside of the fridge, it'll still last about 3.5 weeks. So but they're completely organic. So everything that I make is absolutely fresh. So you want to be mindful of that when you buy it and when you have it shipped. Our shipping is 1 to 3 days, so it's not going to be something where it's going to arrive a week later and it's not going to taste exactly how it's supposed to. We make sure that since our ingredients are fresh, we take the initiative to make sure that everything gets to you on time in the way that it was when we first made it here. right? So with the vegan and the vegetarian options, those will be coming in a couple of months. That line will be here in a couple of months, and our cookie doughs are already completely vegetarian. Now, as for our cookies, a lot of people think a lot of people have a problem with sizes. People look at the size of cookies and say, well, these are too small for the price. These are too big for the price. Well, the good thing about us is that we don't skimp on anything, right? We know me being an African-American man, you go somewhere, you want to get the size. You want to get the size that you want. You want the portion size that you want. And it's a problem if you don't get it. So I know how that is. I make sure that I take that into account. These are our sugar cookie doughs, right? Our sugar cookies. These are about 4 inches in diameter. So these are pretty big cookies. I have a large hand, and these are about the size of the palm of my hand. This is just 6. 12 will probably stack up to about there. So you get it. So you get a really good amount. And I also do. I make sure that when I make them well enough to where not only are they kind of crunchy on the outside and soft in the middle, but they stay that way for a long period of time. So with the packaging that I use, if you notice, it's done with a seal wrap. So there's no air, no space. So these, as long as they're in this package, these cookies, as long as they're in this package, they'll last you about a month and a half. They'll sit in this package for a month and a half. Don't even have to touch them. When you open them, it'll taste like they're absolutely fresh. And these are our sugar cookie doughs. Our sugar cookies. And these here are our snickerdoodle cookies. These two are our most popular cookies. Neither of these are specialty cookies. Our specialty cookies are on our website. But these here, like I said, are really good size. In the same sealed package, so that way these particular cookies will last as long as they're in this sealed bag. These contain the usual egg butter, but they have a specific recipe that I like to use. Not gonna put that out, but like I said, when it comes to the health benefits of it, everything is absolutely organic, no GMOs, and it's all done completely by hand and overseen directly by me. So the quality is the same anytime. If you like a certain type of cookie, and one thing that a lot of people get with local bakeries is wishy-washy. You may go there one week and you get one flavor profile, and you go there the next week and it may not be the same as the last time. We have consistency. I like to make sure that every single time you get what you got the first time, right? Now, as for the promotion that we're going to be running is going to be buy a dozen and get an edible cookie dough of the same flavor free. So if you were to buy a dozen sugar cookies, right, you get the edible cookie dough to come with it for free. They go together, pairs. It's perfect. And when you get this edible, I'm pretty sure Ms. Rush can attest to this. If you get this edible cookie dough with some ice cream, it's something special. And we make sure that the way that we do it, all the flavors match. Everything is smooth. It's sometimes if you like really sweet, there's flavors that can get you really sweet. If you like things that are in between, if you like richness, we have all flavor profiles from one end of the spectrum all the way down to the other. We like to make sure that we can satisfy everybody who comes and tastes, right? The goal is to get you to taste once and to come back again. So that's the promotion. Buy a dozen, get a cookie dough of the same flavor for free that comes with it, right? Now, finally, what I wanted to talk to everybody about is we launched our online store, and we launched our DoorDash profiles tomorrow. October 28th is the official launch day of Rush Fortune Bakery. We've been waiting on it. I've been planning for it and getting everything together, and now it's finally ready. So all praises to the Most High. It's been a long ride, but it's finally here. So it's a blessing that we got to this point, and it's a blessing that I was able to come on here tonight and present all of this information to you all. I hope you enjoy. I hope to see you again. And for those who are on tonight, thank you for joining. I am doing a giveaway of these items that I presented to you today. So remember, all you have to do is you tuned in. You're already here. All I need you to do is share this video to your social media. We want to make sure that BIMP blows up, and we want to make sure that Rush Fortune Bakery blows up. So put it up on your social media, tag BIMP and Rush Fortune Bakery in it, and you'll be entered in for the raffle to receive these items. Thank you all for listening and tuning in tonight, and have a blessed day. What is it?
Okay, guys, I'm back, and thank you so much to Jalen Rush, owner of Rush Fortune Bakery. Thank him for the promotion. You guys take advantage of that promotion. Listen, those cookies, when I tell you, and I'm picky, okay, I'm picky. I'm very picky, but the cookies are the bomb. Listen, I love them. Okay, I love the cookies. My favorites are the snickerdoodle, the cookies and cream. These are the cookie doughs. So snickerdoodle, cookies and cream, and red velvet. Those are my three absolute favorites. He's my son, but I pay for my products. Okay, I pay him for my product because I just love I love his stuff. So guys, take advantage of that promotion. Buy a dozen, get the cookie dough free, the same flavor cookie dough for free, right? And then also, please do participate in the giveaway. He says, you're watching the live, or if you're watching, I guess it's like post the product, or I guess we'll go through it. But so guys, I'm so glad that you all tuned in tonight. I just want to give some shout outs to people who are in the comments. Attorney Nix says, I want some milk and chocolate. Jalen Rush, awesome job. Love the packaging as well. Looks like they taste great. Thank you, Black Heritage Enterprise Marketplace, for this awesome segment of T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays. I look forward to what you guys have going on in the future. And then Renzo Fernandez says, likewise. And then he wants to know how many flavors are there in total. Okay. Jalen Rush, you have to get back with Renzo Fernandez. And Micaiah Rush says, thank you, Attorney Nix. She also says, great information. Jada Rush puts a heart. She loves the segment. So guys, we thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
12.
There are Renzo Fernandez. There are 12 flavors in all. 12. And he also does custom. So if there is a custom cookie dough or a cookie that you would like, you can contact him via his website at rushfortunebakery.com. That's www.rushfortunebakery.com, and just speak with him in regards to your request. Okay, so that's it for tonight's segment. Just to follow up, guys, please make sure that you contact Rush Fortune Bakery at www.rushfortunebakery, and also you can follow him on Facebook at Rush Fortune Bakery, and on his Instagram at level9_Fortune Bakery. Okay, that's level9 Fortune Bakery on Instagram. And then as we finally end tonight's episode, I just want to show you guys my T-shirts, Melanin. I hope y'all like it. It's so cute. I got this, as I said earlier, I got this T-shirt on Amazon from a Black business owner. The name of the business is Your Tops. In tonight's segment, my tea. The tea that I'm having is from Signature Blends by KF, and this is her green good morning tea. Yes, I love it. It tastes so good. I'm a person that kind of likes a little bit of sour with my sweet. I don't know if that makes sense, but I love the flavor of her green tea. So I'm still drinking on that. And then again, I want to just let you guys know to please use the promotion, the buy one get one free cookies, and get a cookie dough free of the same flavor. Okay. And then the giveaway tonight from Rush Fortune Bakery, the items presented tonight will be given to 4 random people who shared this broadcast on their Instagram and tag at level9 Fortune Bakery in it. Okay, so guys, again, thank you for tuning in tonight. Next week's segment, I will be presenting some information on niche marketing, and the importance of being in a niche market, guys. So I will be the expert guest speaker next Tuesday. The business that we will be featuring is out of St. Petersburg, Florida, called Three Generations Food Truck. I will be going and actually filming my entire experience with them this week. So look out for posts about that. Okay. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next Tuesday. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you
Welcome
soon.
to BEMP, Black Heritage Enterprise Marketplace Corporation, an e-commerce enterprise platform created for Black business owners and empowered buyers across the globe. We are the platform that empowered buyers frequent most, the enterprise that our employees love working for, the parent company of BEMCO, Black Entrepreneurs Marketplace, a Black-owned e-commerce Black business membership marketplace, and a marketing and advertising platform for Black business owners. We provide a variety of features such as a Black business directory for both state and national searches and targeted product and service searches. Black business owners, advertise and market your brand to the most important consumers on earth with BEMP. Black business owners, join BEMP today. BEMP Corporation,